2024 is here, and it's time to find the best driver out there. And here's how I'm going to do it.
Jeez, that was
what a
perfect.
Drive.
I want to be the straightest drive all day.
I think that may be the straightest drive in my life.
Oh man.
Oh wow.
Crushed. That was smashed. 305 carry, 331 total. I think the fitting's over.
First up, TaylorMade. I'm here at Lake Reserve, South Carolina with the brand new TaylorMade Qi10 drivers. To talk me through what's new and to get me fitted for the right one, you've got a legend of the game, Tomo, to talk me through it.
Tomo Bystedt is the Senior Director of Product Creation at TaylorMade, specialising in these wonderful carbonwoods. This means he's actually the one that designed these Qi10 drivers. He also helps out fitting the likes of Rory McIlroy and Tommy Fleetwood. We were lucky enough to chat to Tomo about the new range and both of our quests for finding the fairway.
Okay, Tomo, talk to me about the brand new TaylorMade Qi10 carbonwoods, these three drivers here.
Yeah.
What's new?
Okay, so the new store is 10K.
Okay.
It's on the number, 10,000, and it refers to the MOI of the club.
Yeah.
So this is going to be our most forgiving, our most stable driver we've ever made, but it does feature technologies like the carbon face, 60-layer carbon face for the speed that you come to expect from TaylorMade products. So it's really about breaking that trade-off of sort of sacrificing forgiveness to get speed and distance out of the product.
Okay.
And so to get there, we had to reinvent a bunch of things on this product. So while there's some familiar looking things like the carbon face, you're going to see a brand new head shape on this.
Okay.
And also on the Qi10 as well. So we have three different models, the Max, the Qi10, and the Qi10 LS.
Right.
The LS one is our low spin. That's one you're going to see on tour a little bit more. And then the Max is kind of brand new for us in sort of the family of Max. And you're going to see a fairway, also a hybrid in the Qi10 Rescue as well in this.
Okay.
But this one really is about creating that forgiveness across the face. We redesigned also the structure around the face to create more speed off-center hits. And so this driver is really about sort of maximizing what this platform can deliver in terms of forgiveness. But the big thing that you're going to notice from the top two is the Infinity Carbon Crown.
Yeah. Okay.
So when you put that down, you probably saw that right away. And one of the things about this is not only does it look really elegant and clean, but it also saves weight from the top of the club. So up to 5 grams we can carve out by removing sort of that titanium section at the top here and some of the around the skirt, and really moving that weight, again, in places where you need it on the sole.
Right, okay, so with the 10K name, for people who don't really understand what MOI is, what does that number 10,000 really mean, comparing it to other iterations of TaylorMade, other brands, things like that?
Yeah.
How big is this?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So it's a little bit complicated, it's a little scientific, right? But essentially, 10,000 refers to total inertia.
Okay.
And there's two components to that. One is sort of that heel-toe miss inertia, so how stable a club is in this direction.
Yeah.
That number, it's a number that has a limit legally within the governing bodies. And then there's a top-down inertia, right? And this inertia, there's no limit to that. You can maximize it as much as you want, although it is difficult to design a club that doesn't go over this one, but still maintains a lot of inertia the other way. So what we've done on this is we've combined that inertia to create the most stable club overall to get to the 10,000. So again, it doesn't matter whether you tend to miss at heel toe or whether you're sort of high-low miss player, it's forgiving all across the face.
Okay, so the Max one there is the big one, in terms of 10,000 MOI. What are these two here? So the flagship model and then obviously the LS. How much MOI do these two have?
So this one is, again, so in terms of that kind of relative journey, right? Like this is going to be more than 10% more than we had before. Actually, it's 15% more than what we had last year in the Stealth 2 model.
Yep.
The Qi10 is sort of going to be that middle ground between a more better player-oriented model like the LS that's low spin, a little more workable. This one's still going to have a ton of forgiveness, more forgiving than our Stealth 2 product, but also with actually a little bit lower spin. So we're able to get that by moving some of the weight down low and increasing some of that inertia in the product.
Okay, so between all three, we've got more stability, more forgiveness, and hopefully more speed. Is that correct?
Yes,
cool.
exactly.
Shall I hit them?
I think you should.
Yeah.
And we'll see which one works best for you.
Okay, which one should we start with?
I think, what do you play right now?
Badly, but so I play a 5. I actually play a Stealth 2 Plus. Stealth 2 Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the Plus is going to be most similar to that one.
Yeah.
So why don't we start there and see what you can pick up in terms of distance speed, and then we'll go something a little bit out of your comfort zone maybe, but find something else that works.
Yeah, because I really want to try the Max.
We're definitely going to try the Max.
Cool, let's do it. Oh, I hit a draw.
That had some speed on it.
I always tell myself to hit a draw and I usually hit a fade, so I'm actually really happy that that's happened. Okay, a little bit out of the toe.
A little bit out of the toe.
I'll be really intrigued to just get your expert knowledge on this, because I'm fast-ish, but I'm so inaccurate.
Yeah.
So I usually do get fitted into the LS model.
Yeah.
But I'd happily sacrifice a bit of speed or a bit of distance if it just narrows the dispersion.
Absolutely,
Because when it gets into a really hard course, especially in the UK, where if you hit it in the rough,
and they're tight,
you're dead and buried.
Yeah.
I almost get a little bit of anxiety when it's a 450 yard par 4. And you know, golf's supposed to be fun, so sometimes it's not.
I mean, that was
lovely. It's quite a different noise to the Stealth 2.
Yeah.
Is that
It's a little brighter sounding.
Yeah.
It's a little a little louder, and the pop that was so 179 ball speed.
Was it?
Yeah.
I'm not slow.
I mean, that was good. The spin was pretty low there, 26, 75. Your launch is pretty low, but that's a controllable ball flight. That's sort of a, you know, you see like guys like Sergio or Cameron Champ, like they're hitting low with a little bit more
I'm
spin.
usually the opposite, so that's really good to see. I very rarely see that type of ball flight, that kind of piercing ball flight.
Yeah.
If I get 180, we're laughing.
I think you definitely get that.
Jesus.
I mean, that was
what a
perfect.
driver.
I think the fitting's over.
I think the thing is, thanks for watching. This happens.
Thanks for watching. This was a good time. 179 again, 300 carry, almost 325 total. And look at the spin rate, 24. I mean, that is, you are dialed in.
You
know, that and that to me.
And also that.
Yeah.
So, I never see those two circles that close. I mean, from a, it's almost frightening because as we mentioned already, you said that this is already player level.
Yeah.
We haven't even touched into the max,
That's
which
right.
is 10,000.
Yeah. I mean,
It's just so good.
those three were like just peachy. 178.4.
But I'm
920. I mean, that was. I mean, look at those three shots there
yeah,
on the screen. That's incredible.
That's like a pitching wedge for me in terms of dispersion. I genuinely, in the 3.5 years that I've been at Golf Magic, I've never been able to jump straight into something and be like giddy over it. It's always this teething period because I'm everywhere.
Yeah, and you're trying to compensate or adjust. Yeah,
which is good. Shall we hit two more?
Yeah.
And go on to
absolutely. Yeah.
No, I lost that one. I lost that one a little bit. I'll be interested
I mean, it's not that far offline.
No.
You know. That's
How far offline was it in terms of the little table there?
I mean, it's 180.3. Yeah.
That's fine for me. So
Yeah.
how many yards is that? That's fine.
Yeah.
So that's
not bad.
No, that
And
felt
that's
like
304 carry. So
Yeah.
I mean, you got that up in a nice window actually of launch.
Yeah.
And the face was just a little bit open on that one.
And that is my miss. I think usually with that miss, that's why I find that one quite interesting because with that miss, it usually goes and it's in those trees over there, probably in a different state. Whereas that one there is still playable.
It was a little fade, yeah.
And it's 180 ball speed as well. So
fast and straight, yeah.
I lost it a bit. It still felt lovely.
Lost it a bit. I mean, that was a very good strike there. I
Yeah,
can just hear it.
Yeah, that one. I think that one will be interesting to see what the numbers are on that one.
Yeah,
Because that
I mean,
one felt middle.
Yeah, I mean, 179 for me was a very good strike.
Yeah, just lost it slightly to the right.
Yeah, and you look at that, your launch and your spin was in a pretty good window still. This is a little high, but obviously just your face is a little open here. Your face to path is 5 degrees, so you know, but you're close.
But I'm fine for what is the least forgiving model, but still very stable. That's quite consistent for me. Usually, if I had 5 shots, I think it would be a lot worse, which I know is a range session, so I'll take this out to the course and see. But that was good. I think I'm really intrigued as well by just how different that felt off the face for me. It's as you said, it's just feel a little bit more, maybe a bit more colour, you know, when you're hitting out.
That's right,
the middle.
yeah.
So
I think it feels like there's more pop to it too.
Yes,
Just like that feeling that it's coming off the face.
It feels fast, which is good to see. So this could be the gamer. But let's go to Qi10 and see what happens.
Let's go Qi10 and see what happens. Yeah.
Cool. That was fun.
Tell me what you see a little bit.
A little more elongated, slightly.
Yep. Yeah. So this one is 4 millimeters longer, and then the max is 8.
Is it? Okay.
So this is like halfway to the max.
Yeah.
Essentially.
It's interesting that it's noticeable though for being only 4 millimeters.
Yeah. Yeah. Golf clubs are interesting like that. A lot of times, if you change something like, let's say, an iron.
Yeah.
If you change the offset by a millimeter, you'll notice it right away.
Yeah, which is
and you think like, how can I see a millimeter?
Yeah.
But it's like there's something in the subtleties of the shape.
Yeah. So what are you expecting here in the overall dispersion and numbers?
This will be interesting. So I think with this one in lower, it might spin a touch more than the LS.
Okay.
But hopefully on misses it'll be a little more stable.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Holy smokes! Ooh. Crushed it.
Oh, that does work. I've never hit a shot like that on the course.
Just do that all day. Yeah. So okay. So this one, like I said, it spun a little bit too
gonna say,
much
yeah.
to get the distance that you had in the first one.
Okay.
And just looking at the ball fight, my guess would be that it was like a groove low.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, you were close. It wasn't a bad hit at all.
Was definitely not middle, but I mean, it's fairway found, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you look at that compared to the other ones, I mean, it's right amongst them.
Yeah.
It's a little shorter than the longest ones you had with the other one.
Yeah.
But I mean, if obviously if you had that on the course, you'd be delighted.
Absolutely. Yeah. As what I mentioned right at the start. Look, I'll sacrifice a bit of distance.
Yeah.
If it means it's straight.
Yeah.
And if that means going into like 2/8 spin or so.
Absolutely,
I'm laughing, that's fine.
And honestly, 3,000 is not bad at all.
No.
A lot of people, it's very playable spin.
Because people always say it should be like 2-2 or something, right? But does that lead into then almost a lack of forgiveness if you're then low and left 100%. And right? Okay.
I would say the only people that I would fit into a 2-2 is like a tour player level guy who's not going to have a miss that's like 1,600.
Okay, interesting.
You know? Because everyone's going to have a range.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And you want the bottom end of the range to be in the 2, like low 2s, high 1s.
Sure.
And so that's why I like most people to be in the 2,500 to 2,700.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, that's good.
And again, you're giving up a couple yards in your best ones.
Yeah.
But
you're zoning
the dispersion's going to get so much tighter.
Okay, that's good to hear. Oh, it turned over a little bit.
But that little draw.
That was fine.
I feel like that's going to go a long way.
I thought that was going to go. I thought that was going to be low. I thought that was going to be like low 2 spin, right?
Yeah, that was 1,800. So this is a good example of like that one, because it's spun a bit more than the other one.
Yeah.
That was still a playable spin.
Yeah, of
If
course.
you had started at 2,200, that would have been a 1,200 spin.
Yeah, right.
And then that ball would have been 50 yards more left.
Sure, okay. But I'm finding that interesting that this is obviously not the LS version, but I can still maintain what you would say is
a good spin.
Optimal spin,
yeah,
right? Okay.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's good. That's really good. Okay, let's.
Do we have any more balls?
Yes, we're out of balls.
We got 180 ball speed here, so we need X's. There it is.
Oh my God.
That was so pretty.
That was really good. That's made my day.
Whew.
So how much spin did that one have? Is that going to be high 2s?
I think high 2s, I'm going to guess
Because that one.
Yeah, high 2s.
Was it? Okay.
So 28, 45. And this is, to me, that's totally playable flight.
Yeah,
I mean, that's 308 carry. I mean, that's carrying anything you need to carry at a golf course. So I love that. 180.7, 12, yeah.
That's just
fantastic.
That's just really.
Yeah. By the way, that was your longest carry.
Was it?
Significantly so far.
Compared to the LS?
Yeah.
Okay. So
LS, you topped out about 302,
and
303, and that was 308.5.
Would you push me more to this one than the LS?
Probably, yeah.
Would you? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never had that. I mean, that's good though, because we want more forgiveness, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I've always been scared as a faster player of almost not losing spin, but just being like, this isn't for me. Like, no one can play this. What tour players don't play the LS or the Plus so far?
So we'll see.
Yeah.
We've had a few players testing both, like Colin Morikawa.
Okay.
He was on the fence of both.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to see some players playing it for
Interesting.
sure.
Okay. Let's hit one more.
All right, I'm going to guess that was a little bit heely.
Little heely,
but that was
little out to in.
That was dead straight though.
But,
I mean, over that tree, that was on your line.
We've got a miss hit in there, which is so I imagine that's what not high 3 spin.
I mean, when you look at that was 3,300.
Which is fine.
But look at that where that finished up. I mean, that's almost on your target line. It just took a little fade route to get there.
Yeah.
But that's honestly also what the twist face does.
Okay.
Right. So normally on a heel miss, what you're going to see is the ball going way right.
Right. Okay.
Because it's going to have the gear effect side spin.
Yeah.
But what we do with twist faces, and again, this is something that we haven't talked about for a few years.
Yeah.
So it may be worth a refresher for people.
Okay.
But the heel section of the club with the twist face is actually a little bit more closed than most drivers.
Right. Okay.
And so it's going to send the ball to start with a bit more left than your typical heel miss.
Right.
So then when it does cut back, it cuts back more to the center as opposed to sort of a right miss.
Okay.
And that's really what twist face is. And obviously the toe hit is just the opposite of that.
Yeah.
So.
Right. Okay. Well, that felt really good. I think. I was thinking, okay, well, I've got to be LS, but as we said already, push me more to this one so far?
I think so. I think that's a little more in your wheelhouse. Really good dispersion on your balls there.
Which is really important now, isn't it? Yeah. Cool.
Cool.
Okay,
let's do it.
Let's try the big one now.
Yep.
With the change in the name from HD now to Max, are we now seeing more neutral golf clubs for the ones that offer more forgiveness?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So in terms of sort of that slice correction, if you will, or like helping people hit it straighter, that's actually going to be better than the HD.
Okay.
It's going to offer more of that protection.
Right.
The way that we've designed it though in our testing is we don't want people who hit it straight already to hit it too far left.
Sure.
That's why we don't really talk about draw bias with these products.
So more, it's just straighter.
It's designed for straighter, yeah.
Okay,
exactly.
that's what you want. Okay, well, let's put it to the test.
So that's honestly, that's a normal, I would say, first swing with the Max, just because you're now going to slightly shorter club.
Yeah, okay.
So, so you're going to hit it a little bit low in the face.
Yeah,
you know, which is fine.
Yeah, that's all right. I was going to say just before hitting that, I felt really confidence inspiring, and then I hit a little low, heely one. Wow. That felt great.
Yeah. Let's see it pop up here. 179 ball speed. 10 and 2200.
2200.
Yeah.
We could have a problem here. We could have a
305 carry, 331 total. I mean, that was smashed.
So you could still keep the spin down with this thing. Yeah. Do I play the Max?
I think that's why I said at the beginning, like all three could be in play. And that's, you know, typically when you have a better player and certainly a higher speed guy, you'd be like, okay, don't even look at these other two. Just focus on this one. But in our case, I think you could make a case for any of these three drivers.
You really could.
Oh man, that is just crushed. I want to be the straightest drive all day.
I think that may be the straightest drive of my life.
I mean, that was
just a beast.
Really impressive. So with the Max driver there, 180.4 ball speed, 12.8, 2400. That was your longest carry by about 6 yards. It was a 315 carry, 333 tall. I'm not even joking. Look at those numbers. I mean,
oh no!
You might as well stop hitting at this point. You're not going to beat it. It's all downhill from here.
It really is. It really is. I'm stopping golf. Thanks for watching. That's it. That's incredible. It's so cool to also see what so far is slightly more.
Yeah. A little more draw.
Yeah, which is great. Which is like, I want a little bit more draw, a little bit more forgiveness, and probably a little bit more spin.
Yeah. So what I saw, like, because you know, if you look at the general patterns and the couple misses you had, they were all right. The misses you had were right. So that one kind of protects against the right miss.
Okay.
And so you just have to figure out, you know, where to aim kind of for that.
Yeah.
But let's get one more. But that was
absolutely.
That was smashed.
Don't want to ever stop it.
By the way, I think these ovals tell an interesting story of sort of the left to right nature of the clubs.
Yeah.
Like the Max is going to be easier to turn over.
Yeah.
The LS is going to be the blue one, and then that Qi10 is going to be right in the middle.
It's really accurate.
You're a very good test case for these products.
I'm usually not, so that's music to my ears. Oh my God, I've done it again.
Jeez. What?
It's going in the bag.
It's
going in the bag. It's going in the bag.
That's got to go in the bag.
It's going in the bag.
I mean, it's not even a question at this point. I mean, so look at that. So again, a little higher spin there, but still you're in the low threes. You're still good, And 10.5. I mean, look at that oval. I mean, that's really good. And so again, the purple one's a little more to the left, but still, you know, straddling the center line. The red ones, I would say, straightest probably with the Qi10 on average. And then the LS is going to have a little bit more right tendency. And so that's probably not the one for you for that reason.
No, I agree.
Because if that's your miss and the club is already having tendency there, you might end up with a two-way miss because you're trying to like not hit it right, and then you'll hook it. So that one, to me, you don't have to think about turning it over.
No.
It will do it for you.
And that's what we've been talking about before, right? You want the club to do the stuff for you, and
you want to do the work,
So would you pick this one for me? It was close,
honestly, I think it's close between the two, and you might want to spend a little bit more time, maybe try some different shafts and things like that.
Okay.
I think for this one, honestly, because of the fact that it builds shorter with the hosel, you might want to go a little longer in the shaft.
Okay, interesting.
And try that, and just see how it feels. But honestly, the way you hit that, I almost wouldn't change a thing.
Tomo, I don't think I'm going to change a thing. I'm going to take this out to the course now, and also the just the Qi10 and see what's what on, just with a bit more pressure maybe.
Absolutely.
But from that now, I don't actually think that could have gone any better, and I was pretty worried that it was going to go awful. So Tomo, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
That was great. Yeah, it was good to see.
Yes. Who'd have thought? Me, 122 mile an hour clubber speed, being fitted into the Qi10 MAX, the 10,000 MOI model. But pressure is what matters. And we are here today on the first hole at Lake Reserve, 371 yards, and there is problems right. My miss. But not with this. I'm not going for the green, it's downwind, downhill. I'm just going for consistency. Let's see. Where do I aim? I'm just going to aim left of the pin. I've hit a draw. That's lovely. Drop down. Okay, so we're just left of that bunker. What I'm seeing here, and it's something that I haven't seen before when I'm using a driver that is more fade bias, is that I'm going left. I'm doing what I want to do, And I never do what I want to do. I never hit a draw. So let's play it. What Tomo said is just let the club do the work for you.
You don't have to think about turning it over.
No.
It will do it for you.
And I haven't been doing that. So let's actually aim at the pin and draw it back to the fairway. Stake. That's a lovely shot. That's better now. So that was actually a little bit of a miss hit. Just going down slightly right of the green. Now dispersion may not be the best in the world, and I think that's why I have to get used to this driver, if it is going to be the best driver of 2024. Because it's a very new one, with 10,000 MOI, with a very large head down at address. And also being a quarter of an inch shorter, it will take some reps to go in. I've just been fitted for it. It'll take some work. I'm creaming them. I think that's in the road. Smash factor's 1.5 though. One more. Why does it always happen? The thing is, a driver can only help so much. There's pilot's error. And I'm not very good. No, I am good. I'm good. All right, last one, best one. Pressure building. And this is the thing, on the range, I think I was the best I've ever hit a ball. On the course, I pooped myself. That's the one. That's the one. Oh my God. That's pin high. Damn right. So, after I hit those selection of shots, I was a bit disappointed. I didn't think they were very good, but actually, 371 yard par 4, got a ball here, got a ball here, and then, oh, well, I've got a ball there as well. I thought it was there. So, 371 yards, let's get this ball. That's actually incredibly good dispersion. Now, the curvature of the fairway did help me out a little bit, but I would never have picked a driver previously to hit this hole. I would hit a fairway finder of a 4-iron. I believe by hitting this, by being fit for this by Tomo, the max version, not the LS, I have improved my forgiveness with that 10,000 MOI. I don't ever think year on year is going to be that massive improvements. 10,000 MOI, it feels very different, and it will take some time to get used to. It's a larger head, it's more neutral for me, but forgiveness, stability and speed, they're all positives. So, will this be the driver of 2024? We will find out, because there's plenty more brands in play for 2024, which I will not name, but they are coming soon. Guys, if you've enjoyed this video, leave a like and let me know what you think about the Qi10 MAX with 10,000 MOI. If you are new to Golf Magic, smash that subscribe button too, because you will not want to miss all of the heads-to-heads with these drivers. I'll catch you later.